Vladimir Putin, Russia's authoritarian leader and architect of the Ukraine conflict, Vladimir Putin has dominated Russian politics for over 2 decades, serving as president or prime minister almost continuously since 1999. His tenure has been marked by a consolidation of power, aggressive foreign policies, and increasingly autocratic governance. The 2022 invasion of Ukraine, a defining moment of his leadership, exposed the deep tensions between Russia and the West and reshaped global geopolitics. Early rise and political style. Putin's background as a former KGB officer and his rise within the turbulent post-Soviet Russian political landscape shaped his style, pragmatic, strategic, and often ruthless, coming to power amid economic crisis and political instability in the 1990s. He projected strength and order, appealing both domestically and on the world stage. His governance has curtailed civil liberties, restricted press freedom, and sidelined political opposition. Putin's state embodies a centralized authority with a strong security apparatus maintaining political control, justifications and objectives in Ukraine. Putin's narrative regarding Ukraine centers on multiple claims: the denial of Ukrainian sovereignty based on historical and cultural ties to Russia, justification of the 2014 annexation of Crimea, and framing Ukraine's pro-Western government as a threat to Russian security. In official speeches and writings, Putin refers to Russians and Ukrainians as one people, and has denounced the legitimacy of Ukraine as an independent nation. He has accused Ukraine of harboring neo-Nazis and extremists, claims widely disputed but used to justify military actions. Putin's 2022 invasion aims to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine while seeking to prevent Ukraine from joining NATO and the European Union. His expansionist approach reveals ambitions to restore Russian dominance over the post-Soviet space, reflecting a blend of nationalism and imperial ideology. Impact of the war and response. The war in Ukraine has caused massive human suffering and geopolitical turmoil. Russia has faced heavy military casualties, economic sanctions, and diplomatic isolation. Despite initial hopes for a swift victory, the conflict evolved into prolonged fighting with significant Ukrainian resistance. Putin's leadership remains pivotal. While he has offered various proposals for peace, they often include conditions unacceptable to Ukraine, such as territorial concessions and recognition of Crimea as Russian. His refusal to negotiate with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, whom he considers illegitimate, prolongs the conflict. Western nations, despite some fluctuations in aid levels, generally support Ukraine militarily and economically, viewing Putin's war as a challenge to the rules-based international order. Legacy and future prospects. Putin's legacy is intertwined with his role in reshaping Russia's domestic politics and asserting its power abroad. Whether his ambitions lead to the long-term disintegration of Ukraine or a negotiated settlement remains uncertain. His leadership style, authoritarian, militaristic, and nationalist, continues to define Russia's trajectory in a volatile world order. Blog hooks uncover how Vladimir Putin's vision of Russia's future reignited conflict with Ukraine. Explore the ambitions and narratives behind one of the 21st century's most consequential leaders. Delve into Putin's rise from KGB officer to the Kremlin's most powerful and controversial figure. Discover how Putin's policies transformed Russia and fractured Europe. Follow the ongoing saga of power, politics, and war under Vladimir Putin's rule.